Hey guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Today we're over on the YouTube channel and we are looking at the updated Cursed Realm comps for Dark Nemora. Now overall guys, I'm going to show you the teams that I'm using on here. It swapped up quite a few. We got to 14% on the live stream. I believe we were on 23 or 26%. So again, looking here, we did pretty good. I have 2 challenges left. One thing that I saved was the trial version of Rem. Since I do not have her built up super high, I did grab the trial version. So looking at the teams, guys, we have the Awakened version of Baden. We have Grez. I'm running Frampton in here. I did adjust per the guide on the armor that I'm wearing right down here on Mortis. And then we do also have the twins up here. Now, one thing to note on here, guys, is Falks. If Falks is confining the twins, you're going to have to figure out exactly what you're going to do, changing up the comp, changing up some of the attack and some of the different components in here to make this team work. Looking at team number 2, we are running Mishka with Saurus on the Awakened version of Solus. We have Scarlet in here and we have Nevi. Now I finally built Nevi up to that 60 engraving. Solus, of course, super strong with Scarlet doing damage, and Saurus still an absolute crusher when it comes to damage. Final team, or the third team, we're looking at the Awakened version of Belinda. So we do have Silas in here, Kanisa and Rook to keep everyone together, Hodgkin for the buffs, we have Aziz for the energy regeneration, also for the attack rating reduction, and then they are running Talos main within here. Team number 4, guys, we get into Brutus. Brutus and Anasa go together absolutely perfectly. Looking at the team, we are going to keep everybody here together, which means Skarath is going to put them together, Queen is going to put them together, Brutus is going to keep them together, Anasta is going to keep them together. All of these heroes are literally going to be stuck together, which is how we do want this formation to work. Team number 5, this is where Rem is coming in, so I'm going to drop out my original version of Rem. I'm going to hop in, I'm going to utilize my trial version, which I believe is right. See, that's the original version. Where is my trial version? Oh, I can't use a trial version in here. I'm wondering if that is the reason, guys, that I can borrow the hero, but I cannot use the trial version. That kind of stinks, but I will keep Rem in here. Overall, guys, super effective. I'm surprised that we can't use the trial version. I guess I never realized it. I haven't used the trial version, but I thought we did before, which is kind of weird again, because I thought we did for Kanisa and Rook. I'm going to have to check that one out, guys, and make sure, really verify. But you can see this entire team, guys. You have Rosline that is going to make Rem ult the entire time. We have Palmer in here. We have Halos. We have Joan all buffing up Rem. Rem, super important when it comes to formations. And then, of course, the final one here, we have the Awakened version of Thane. We're running Rowan in here. We have Vitheo for buffs. We have Taylene. And, of course, because there's going to be multiple targets, we also do have Astrilda in here to buff this up. So I'm going to go through, see exactly how these teams perform. Then I'm going to hop over. We can check out the guide, guys. We can run through it and see exactly what we want. So again, here, looking at Falks attempted to confine Baden. It didn't work. He is buffed up enough, he is strong enough that the confine ability did not work within the formation, which means that the damage is going to go super high, guys. Once you have Mortis, and Mortis is a good combination hero with Grez and with Baden. The reason is Mortis will buff up all the heroes, but Mortis, in addition, will continue to buff up Grez's minions. So as Grez continues to get more minions, you can see, guys, everyone is literally stacked in this little tiny corner. But as you continue to get and build up more heroes down here, you will actually get the ability to get Mortis's buffs on there. Then, of course, guys, our Owl, our level, I believe, 12 at this point. I think my Owl is on 12 already. But just literally stacking everything down here, guys. And you can see the enraged timer just rolls. But look how slow the timer in here goes. When you look at a minute 30 battle, because of the ultimate abilities in here, 4 times speed, very slow within here, guys, to get this done. But we have 1 copy of the twin in there, and you can see the damage just keeps going and keeps going. Between the combination of running the twins and running the Owl, the haste factor in there is huge, guys. It is kind of crazy. Mortis, of course, continuing to just buff up all of the heroes in there. Then we have Grez, then we have Baden. It's almost not even fair in the team comp that literally Everyone is sitting right here. This is kind of broken in my opinion, guys, just because of the way that it's built, the way that it's designed. Wow. That is pretty interesting to see, though. The Enrage gets to a point, you can see, guys, Baden just took an incredible amount of damage right there, because it will actually get to the point where this Enrage timer, where we're unable to crowd control them, or the Enrage timer gets to the point where they do so much damage that they will just one-shot the heroes in here for the build where I actually have them built out. They'll just go ahead and one-shot this. Now, I believe, again, on this one, we did about 7 billion damage. But I might just go ahead and speed this through, guys, because if not, this is going to be a long... I don't think any of the other battles will be quite this long. But look at the build with these two guys. Literally, we have the whole entire team locked down like crazy in here. And there we go, guys. 3 seconds left. The Enrage timer finally broke loose. Team number 2, of course, we're putting everyone together in here. Scarlet is just going to rain fire, and once we do get Soulless to buff, because also remember, guys, with Neve having that plus 60, the plus 60 engraving, we're getting a buff on Soulless's minions. We are also getting a buff for essentially for the Awakened version of Soulless and for Mishka based on the builds that we have in here. Then, of course, we have our Rock Lizard right here, which protects everybody, making sure they're not taking an incredible amount of damage. You can see, guys, the RNG factor in this one is going to come into play, because I feel like we need a lot more heals than this. Even Saurus, guys. Saurus is just running away right there. But we have Navy, we have Soulless. And essentially, if you're not going a full minute 30 in these, in this game mode, guys, you really need to change up the teams. Try out some alternate cops. You do have, 10 attempts. Even if you're using them all, or you got to buy more with diamonds, make sure, guys, that this is a game mode you are really pushing for the damage. I'm also kind of looking at the guide over here, making sure with the best in slot that we're using everything based on the heroes we have. Now, most players with the guide itself, damage goes up, ranking goes up considerably. That is Team 2, guys. Team 3, of course, is that Awakened version of Belinda. We're going to pull everyone together with Kanisa and Rook. And I feel like overall, I need Hodgkin built up a little bit higher in here. You can see the chains, guys, pulling everyone together. This is why, a lot of players do build Kanisa and Rook. Having the ability to actually put everyone together. Then with Aziz with a ground burn, it actually mitigates the damage that they're putting out. And then, of course, the mana battery. Aziz is a huge mana battery in here, guys. You can see even my team and the enemy's team is stacked. Even their Raku is shackled back here with Kanisa and Rook. And then we do have the crowd control popping up from Hodgkin, as well as the buffs in here, allowing Belinda's ult to just wreck it, guys. And again, it seems like the Enrage timer is going to be just stacking super high, super fast, which makes it really, really effective. We're almost to 5 billion damage in this one, guys. Silas drops out, which means, I know Silas, we need to get some engraving on him to actually get that mitigation, possibly Hodgkin. That way we can make sure that his crowd control hits in here, because it looks like we're going to die out long before the timer. And that is, the goal is to get the full duration of that timer. And Kanisa and Rook is still holding everyone together, guys. Wow, that is really, really impressive with that hero. 3 seconds left on this one as well. Team number 4, same thing, guys. We're going to be putting everyone together in here. I really feel like Anasta, again, we need to get that 60 engraving on there so we can continue to lock all of these heroes down. There we go, guys. See, Skarath went down way too early in this one. That puts everyone together. Even Lorzan died pretty quick on this one. I'm going to have to look at this team. I think Anasta with that mitigation is really the big miss that we're getting with that Brawler's Protection. See, this might be a battle to change it up a little bit, because we should have done a lot more damage than that. Then the Rem. So here is the battle, guys, that you guys have been waiting for. So Rem, of course, again, I'm not surprised we couldn't use the trial version, but you can see, guys, all of the buffs are up on Rem. We just need her stronger, because actually the cubes are going up on a couple different heroes, waiting to get her cube, which of course would give her a lot more damage with that amplification. But look at how fast the damage on this goes out, guys. That was a bad attempt. 5 billion damage on that one. Then, of course, the final one, because we have all of the targets. Thane with the wind shear ability works incredibly well. And then running with Taylene, boom, with the burn to get all of these done. We have the crowd control from Rowan. We have the buffs from Estrilda, buffs from Vathiel to make this work incredibly well and burn them down very, very fast. Overall, guys, 27 was the best session, 26.2. So unfortunately, we didn't get lucky with that one, but let's go ahead and check out the guide. All right, guys, so here we are. Again, big shout out to Curse Friends for putting this together. Tartaros, absolutely amazing. So looking here, guys, Buff Linda is what you're looking for. Baden, Rem, Swolus, and Brutus. Again, pretty upset that I couldn't use my trial version. We got it all decked out, but we couldn't use it. So looking here, yellow means that it can work at legendary. Red is required to be the combat rating like we normally see, guys. So the first team, again, Baden, Grez, that's what we're running. We have the twins in there. We have Mortis, you can see. Changing some of the gear. If twins are getting confined by Falks, lower their attack rating. Best way is removing the weapon. And then, of course, removing Mortis's gear will allow him to take more damage, which means more ults. And you can see, guys, a couple different variations in here if you have Frampton. If you do not, Oden is going to be the swap within there. Looking at Team 2, same. We have Solus in here, works even at a lesser, kind of a lesser level. And here we have Saurus, we have Mishka. Saurus subs, you can see we have Baden and we have Silas. Just be careful, guys, because Silas is used in other teams. And then for Mishka, Estrilda is really good. If you don't have the awakened version of Solus, again, a couple other subs in here to really alt. Make sure you read through the notes on that one as well. Looking at our Team 3, again, we have Hodgkin and Kanisa and Rook. If you don't have Kanisa and Rook, you can see we have Damon, we have a Star, we have Krenin here, a couple different variations in here. And then, of course, we have Belinda. This is where Silas kind of run. But if you're running in Team 2, again, look at what the subs are that you can swap out for Silas within this formation and really make it work. Looking at Team 4, again, if you don't have the awakened version of Brutus, you can put Mulan in there. If you don't have Lorzen, we have Edwin, we have Tamaris, we have Damon, and we have Mulan. Again, kind of filling in there. If you're not running Skarath, if you have more real. And then, of course, if you don't have Anasta, you can see we have Solus in here, we have Joan, we have Merlin, Desira, there's Peanut in there, and then if you don't have Queen, it has Tamaris. So again, as a free-to-play player, you can definitely run through here and see exactly who you can build to really make this work. Team number 5 is all about Rem. If you don't have Rem, guys, just come down here to the alts. You can see still running Ainz. A lot of players have said, even here we do have Kayleen, but overall, super effective still running Ainz. And I know a lot of players, especially if you are free to play or if you are a newer player to AFK Arena, running Ainz with Albedo, these combinations are still very, very strong in here, guys. So make sure you pay attention if you do not have Rem. Then, of course, we get into the final boss round. Thane can be swapped for Thane. The awakened version of Thane can be swapped for the regular version of Thane, which is still the best in slot, guys. You can see we do have Scrag in there, as well as Solus, a couple other alts for that first position, and then a lot of other formations, even going down to your DPS subs and your support subs, really looking and taking a minute to look at the heroes that are strongest within your formations to make sure that you're getting the most out of this guide, guys, and that you're actually, you know, getting a lot more damage and getting a lot better ranking out of here. So, all right, guys, so that'll do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, and as always, thank you guys for watching.